they just slipping away. Now I got it, so I bought it.
Back in Week 10, the Titans lost a thriller in their last game against the Jaguars. Can Jacksonville sweep the series? Find out next.
With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Tucker McCann's got it set up and ready to go. And off we go from Jacksonville. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And his first pass is incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They're just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll find Everett there, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Let's go, boys, bring it on!
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
It's a throw again as Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So this defense for the Jags, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they try the right side here. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He was brought down there by Julian Love.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Come on now, let's go.
Well, that was big right there, because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Young. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Let's get it.
Tucker McCann out now for the Titans field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken,
does,
correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now Lawrence. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And this will get him all the way inside the Tennessee 20. A big play that time on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league. Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very touchdown, Jaguars. James Robinson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
And that's another route the defenders would vote to take out again. Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So that drive of 4 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
I can hear you.
Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second and 9 now. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Stiff-armed him. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big play there on the catch and run.
Good catch and excellent creation of a big play downfield. And I can guarantee you this, that's not a play this defense has practiced against in the days leading up to this game.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They'll set up to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. These two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visiting Jaguars who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Jacksonville. Lawrence's throw taken in by Chark. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. He's got his big tight end, Farrell, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Right there, Chenault for the Jacksonville touchdown. LaVisca Chenault with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
How about how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. On now is the Titans punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work.
And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well, no one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Two-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in here by Patrick.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Touchdown! Tim Patrick, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Patterson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He finds his man complete. It's Harrison. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll look to throw again. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Here we go.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Back to throw again. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll bring up a second down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You're trying to get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And it's the Texans out in front as that one is just about to halftime. Deshaun Watson has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we'll head to Buffalo to check on what's happening with the Bills at Highmark Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Big Derrick Henry with a couple of touchdown runs. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Michael Gallup, a touchdown reception. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Young. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play that time for the Titans.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? Got caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And to give this time to the tailback. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Young. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
No, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
Good job.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. And it's a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
McCann for the point after. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a Tennessee score. McCann's got it teed up. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world at this point.
And it's so much fun for our colleagues, right? Think about our producer, our director, everyone putting together these shots. Wouldn't you love to be in the truck right now to hear him calling for it? Give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. And we just saw 3 beautiful touchdown passes.
Now he's looking for 4. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Here's Lawrence to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 89 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A good run there off right tackle. In old school NFL football, the right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it down to the 32. Now back to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. McCann's kick up and good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Lawrence. Over the middle, he's got Chenault.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tennessee offense set to go again. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And they'll run on the inside handoff. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Right back to him on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll set up a throw. He's got Harrison left side complete.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there, with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
McCann now for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. McCann's got it teed up. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the 3rd quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the Surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now, maybe the adjustments have caught up to him.
Well, we'll see. Maybe he just needs a couple orange slices here for this drive.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Lawrence. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff as they run left side. And some space here. Oh, some strong running. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Titans use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. McCann's got it teed up. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the Jacksonville offense on their way out again as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Now Lawrence on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence going to get this to Etienne. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass.
4th down coming up.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Good shot, good shot.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. That one, an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score, couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within one score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And to give this time to the tailback. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They're going to look to throw. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll set up to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. Lawrence's throw taken in here by Patrick. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Lawrence. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run. Robinson. He can't get him down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 29, Lawrence. Sharks got it, left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. And that'll set him back 5. The false start hurts him there a bit, backs him up to 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. On the slant, this is Chark. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. He'll drop this one off with ETN.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Lawrence.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Let's go!
The Titans set and ready to go on offense.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick 1st down.
Let's go!
Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
2nd and 9.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll look to throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On now is the Titans punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A 40-yard punt given 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars.
Down 31-28. A minute 14 to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. He'll look to throw. Complete to Chenault. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked off at the 21. And the Titans have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. The Titans go victory formation as they take a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Titans, they get the critical victory to move them to 9-7 now.